Right fellas, before you start the game, get your best fate and fortune cards on, especially for solo. This Easter egg is much harder on solo, but doable. So, when you get into game, you want to make your way to this building here, and you want to make the Seismic wave generator. Very simple to make, check the guide out in the description if you don't know how to. And when you've built this, just keep it in your inventory for a later step. So now, you want to be turning on the power and opening up to Elvira. And your next job is to go pick up the cleaver from the shark. Go and pick that up and head to Elvira. And you want to talk to her, go get the spell book from where you just built the Seismic generator, and then bring it back to her, and then get the test tube from Elvira, and now start filling the test tube with cleaver kills. And when the test tube is full, go give it back to Elvira, and she will come into the map, and now you can get to Pack-a-Punch and start the Easter egg steps. So the first thing you need to do is pick up the mirror off Elvira's sofa, go pick it up while she ain't sat on it. And now you need to go find 6 parts to a zombie body. You need to find a head, 2 arms, 2 legs and a torso. So for the head, you need to go into Pack-a-Punch, and when you're inside, press the button on the wall here. And now when you leave Pack-a-Punch, you will spawn in this RV. Now go pick up the head that's at the front of the RV. So for arm 1, you need to go into the trailer park and the arm is in the barbecue. For arm 2, if you remember the Seismic wave generator you built at the start of the game, head to the beach and where you got the power lever, put the generator on the exact spot and it will pump the arm out of the ground to pick up. So for leg 1, you need to watch out for when the green radioactive zombies start spawning, and when you kill them, a leg will drop, and the first few ones you kill, a leg should drop. But if they don't, just watch it every time you kill one of these people, and eventually the leg will fall off to pick up. So for leg number 2, you need to come to where Racing Stripes is, and all you do is cook a frag, and then throw it towards this tree here, and when it's about to explode, throw it, and the leg will fall. It might take a few goes this, but just keep on going, and the leg will fall. And finally for the torso, you need to go pick up the crowbar from the motel, and the crowbar is based right here, and when you pick it up, it shall be a melee weapon. So now head to the gas station, and come to the left side of the garage, and pick up this part on the boxes. Now head inside the supermarket near where the till is, and place the part into the box to fix the trap. And now use the trap for 750, and when it's done, you can go melee the green glowing pig with your crowbar and pick up the torso. So the zombie part step is done, and now we need to go find some more mirror parts. So like I said earlier, there's a mirror on Elvira's sofa. A second mirror location is near the gas station. The car on the right here has a fucked up wing mirror. Melee it with the crowbar and pick it up. And the third location for the mirror is in the trailer park toilets. Head inside, melee the mirror and pick up the part from the sink. So now you can head to the spawn area and do exactly what I do here. You need to place the mirror parts on these boxes and tables. Also place a zombie body as well. And when you've done that, you need to head to the building where the spellbook was based. And on this table here is a card. Pick it up. Now head back to spawn, press square on this little machine. And what you need to do now is use trial and error to figure out the code. It goes from 1 to 9 and you have 3 lives. If you fail, you can go back into it straight away. The best thing to do is spam the buttons with square until a number comes up. On mine, 4 came up first, so I know that the number 4 is the first number in the code. And then again, you use trial and error for the second digit. I got 5 next, and then I spammed the numbers again and got the number 6. So I failed and I started it again, and I know that 4, 5, 6 are the first 3 numbers, so then I spammed the numbers again, and the number was 3. And then the last number was 8. It looks quite hard this one fellas, but when you try it for yourself, you'll understand it. So the best way to do it on solo is to make the mind control device. This will distract the last zombie of the round. And if you don't know how to build that, I'll put the link in the description. But you can always try make a crawler, or just have 1 zombie left, run outside, run back in, have a few goes on the machine, take the zombie outside, come back in, etc. So when you have the code and see the yellow light glowing, now you want to press square on the machine, and that will make this death ray shoot at the zombie parts and it will turn into a zombie. So now sadly you need to now repeat the machine process once more. It'll be a different code this time, but now you know the technique, you know what to do. And when you've done that code, you can press on the machine again and it will shoot the death ray for a second time at the zombie and somehow turn the zombie into a key. Go pick up the key and you have bossed that step. So now the next step, we need to go find some more parts around the map. And we need to find 3 bomb parts. And one of these parts is under a red car between the motel and Elvira's building. You want to come down here, go onto the floor and pick it up. A second part is under the walkway at the end of the stream. Just head down the stream and it's to the left. And the last and third bomb part location is on the way to Elvira's and it's on the right side of this gate. And now you have all those parts. Head to the supermarket building and head to the room with the safe in. Under one of the tables you'll see a code with a 4-digit number on. In my game the code was 4174, so write the code down and all we need to do is input these 4 digits into 4 pressure gauges around the map. So there's one of these behind the gas station and it will look like this. Also there is one in the motel area and it's in where the crowbar spawns. There's one near Quickies on the shop wall. And lastly there's one at the back of the building where you can turn on the power. So now you know all 4 locations. Make sure you've got your crowbar still. And all you do is go to any of these locations and input your first number. And my code was 4174 and the first number in that code is 4. So when the arrow is on number 4, you need to melee the pressure gauge so it stops on number 4. I went to another location and stopped the gauge on my second number, which is number 1. I then went to another location and stopped the gauge on my third number, which is number 7. And then I went to the last location and stopped the arrow on the number 4, which is my last number. And boom, that is my 4174 code inputted into each of the pressure gauges. And now all you do is go back to the safe in the supermarket and now pick up the codes. And the codes in the safe are the nuclear codes, and you definitely need to write these down, fellas. Find a massive bit of paper and write the code on that paper because you're going to need this for the final step in the boss fight. So you want to have this somewhere clear to read. So we need to find some gas station parts now. So one location for a part is next to the room with the safe in, and it's on this sofa here near the fridge. The second part location is on this bench here in the trailer park on the right hand side. And a third location is on the hill coming down from the trailer park towards the beach, and it's on this bench here. So now you have all those parts, you can now head up to the gas station and open it up with the key you have. And when you get inside, place all those parts you just picked up on the bench here. And also, you want to pick up this bit of paper off the side. These are more pages for Elvira's spellbook. So, the next step is pretty easy. There are 4 of these equations on 4 different walls around the map. There is one under the bridge. There is one in the supermarket building near the fridge. There's one on the door of the gas station. And there's one in Pack-a-Punch when you press the button to teleport into RV. So, on the equation, you can see an equal sign. And all you need to do is go to the 4 locations and see if the equal sign has a slash in it. But you have to look at the 4 equations for each of the colours you can change the map into. So the best thing to do is start off in full colour, as I am now, and you want to go to each location and write down if it has a slash in the equation or not. And now, once you've done that, you want to go to Elvira's building, change the colour to red, and now go look at the 4 equations again and write down if they have a slash through the equal sign. And remember fellas, you are trying to find the equation which doesn't have a slash through the equal sign on each colour. So now you go change the colour to green, go to each equation again and see which ones have a slash through the equal sign. And by now you should be able to do a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and do a little 50-50, and you should be able to focus on 2 equations that have had no slashes through their equal sign. So now go change the colour for the last time to blue, and now you can see which equation hasn't had the slash through its equal sign on each 4 colour schemes. And when you find that equation, you've bossed it fellas. And in my game, as you can see, in each colour, no slash has appeared at all in this gas station 1. So that must mean the equation equals 15, and we're going to write this number down as the O number. So in my game, I've wrote down the O number is 15. So now you have your O number, head to the motel reception and you can see another equation. And we're going to call this one the M number. And all you do is write this number down. In my game my M number was 20. So all you do is times the O number by the M number. So in my game my O number was 15 and I times that by my M number which was 20. And 5 times 20 is 300. So write that answer down and head to Elvira's building. So on a TV you can see 3 categories. And your number will fit into one of those categories. And my number was 300, so my number is a red number. And all you do now is change the colour of the map to red. And your number and the colour will be different in your game, but you get the gist of it. So change the colour of the map to your number colour, and for this next step you need to stay in that colour throughout. That is very important. So for this next step you might get proper mind fucked, but I'm going to show you it in the best and easiest way possible. But first I'll show you some Blackboard locations because these are a massive part of this step. So here are the 6 Blackboard locations. One location is in the trailer park on the right hand side. A second location is outside Alvera's next to Bang Bang's. A third location is in the spawn area in the middle hallway. Another location is as you head towards the supermarket building, but just take a left and it's up there. And another location is on the beach near the water here. And the last location is in the gas station. And these blackboards, as you can see, have different ingredients and compounds on, and each one of these have their own number values, but we'll talk about that later. So now we need to go find some radio locations, because we need to listen to one certain radio that will tell us how to kill the radioactive thing. So one radio location is behind the gas station on these pallets here. A second location is in Alvera's building near the door on a chair here. A third location is in the power station and it's next to the portaloo here. Another location is on the beach, head up past the middle death ray and it's on this bench here. And the last location is in the motel reception where the M number is. So now you know the locations, you need to go press X on all these radios. And you can press X more than once on these, and you might need some batteries that zombies drop for these radios to work. And especially if you find the radio that's going to tell you how to kill the radioactive thing, that will need a battery each time. But wait until you hear the doctor lad say these words.
I've devised the perfect solution to our mutant problem. 135 Phenol.
And when he says I have devised the perfect solution, that means he's about to say how to kill the radioactive thing. So this is what the doctor said in my game. 135 Phenol. And 135 Phenol is one of 4 compounds, and they change from game to game, and one game he might say this compound is a perfect solution, another game he will say a different compound. And on your screen now is the 4 different compounds that you can say, and if the doctor in your game says the perfect solution is ox-hydro-2,5-nitrothreefour-7-paraxokine, you in your game need to create that compound. If the doctor in your game says the perfect solution is 3-methyl-2,4-dinitrobenzene, you need to create that compound. If the doctor in your game says 3,4-dinitroxymethylpropane, you need to create that compound. And like in my game, if he says the perfect solution is 1,35-teronitrophenol, you need to create that compound. So now you know what compound you need to make, you now need to know how to make it. So on your screen now, fellas, is the ingredients of how to make your compound. Get screenshotting these fellas because these will be so helpful. And you want to think of the compound as the finished product. Think of a cake, and what you need to do is put ingredients together, get mixing stuff together, and eventually create the finished product, which is the compound/cake. Great example. So in my game, 1,35-teronitrophenol has 3 steps to it, and the best thing to do is work backwards. So we're going to start from the first chemical, and this is how we make phenol. So we need to go find some motor oil, wheel cleaner, and insect repellent. And to find these ingredients, you can go pick them up from around the map, and in the description is all the ingredients locations. So all we do now is go find the 3 ingredients and place them in the gas station. So wheel cleaner I've got, check, insect repellent, check, and finally motor oil, check. So you've got the first chemical ingredients on the work table. So before you mix those together, if you remember those blackboards around the map, and on those blackboards you can see the ingredients that you've used. And each ingredient have their own value on the right hand side. So all you do is run around the map and find the blackboard that has the ingredients that you've used. And you need to follow what I do here. So you need to add the top and the left number on each ingredient. So motor oil, 6 plus 8 equals 14, wheel cleaner, 8 plus 5 equals 13, and for insect repellent, 9 plus 7 equals 16. So once you've done that, you need to add all of those answers together. So 14 plus 13 plus 16 equals 43. And now if you remember the O number you figured out earlier, and the O number in my game was 15, so all you do is do 43, take away 15, and that is your final answer. So now you input that into the machine to then mix the first chemical ingredients together to make phenol. So boom, we've bossed it, we've created the first chemical and we can cross that off, and now we can create the second chemical, which is Sulphonic acid. Very weird. So to make this, we need to find drain opener and phenol. And we've already created phenol, so we can add that to the machine. And all we need to do now is find some drain opener. Add that to mixing station, and now we go around the map again, find the blackboards and do our maths. So now we input 7 into machine and start the reaction. And boom, that is the second chemical created. Sulphonic acid is there. We can now tick that off the list and we're on to the third chemical. So for the third chemical, we need to add the acid we just made, the Sulphonic acid, and we need to add some detergent. So place the acid we just made onto mixing station, also add the detergent you find, and finally we do the maths again. So the top number and left number, 3 plus 1 equals 4, 4 plus 9 equals 13, add 13 and 4 together to make 17, and now we take away the O number, which in my game is 15, and 17 take away 15 is 2, so the final answer is 2, and we input that number into mixing machine, and boom, we have created 135 teranitrophenol, and that is how you do it, fellas. And like I said, I've put the ingredients location in the description to help you. So now you add the compound you just made to the nuke, and also add the bomb parts as well. And now when you go near the nuke, it will say you can teleport to boss battle. If it doesn't say that, make sure you've added all the bomb parts. So you don't want to go straight away into boss battle. You need to get some epic weapons and get set. You can go through another 6 to 7 rounds if you wanted. You want the best perks on, double pack-a-punch weapons, get your best fate and fortune cards on. Also remember to give Elvira the book pages you found earlier, because you can summon her in the boss battle. Also, before you enter the boss battle, fellas, go make the mind control device and bring it with you. It's very important for this tactic I'm going to show you. Link in the description. So, now you're ready, make sure all the players are near the nuke, press square on the nuke, and the nuke will start doing some random bluey shit. And while it's doing its shit, just get outside, don't die, wait until your character says it's charged, and all you do is go up to nuke, press square, and it will teleport you into boss battle. So when you get into the boss battle, you will see the nuke on wheels. And what you need to do is escort the nuke to the water. Watch out in the sky for flying bombs, so when you see them just back away. Also try kill the zombies that head your way. And the aim of this is to be very patient, especially in solo. And when you get past the bridge with the nuke, this is where you can't really stay next to the nuke. So what you want to do is get a horde and run around here with the horde of zombies, and when you come back to nuke, just stand near it for a few seconds until the horde comes, and just keep repeating that process. This will take long to do, but it's safe, and you will slowly edge the nuke towards the water. So just keep hording, fellas, kill the green twats especially, and I have to say the double pack-a-punch starting pistol will save your ass. So eventually you will get to water with the nuke, and what you want to do now is kill some zombies until there's a few left, and then let the nuke get to water. Once you've escorted the nuke to the ocean, and the nuke flies into the radioactive thing, go summon Elvira by pressing on the spell book. This isn't that important, but she might help. And now you want to make your way up here, and what you want to do is place the mind control device down, and this device basically distracts the zombies for ages, and you want to have this in your inventory before you enter the boss battle. And if you don't know how to build it, go check out my guide, I'll whack it in the description. So now you've placed that down, just head up here and use the death ray. So you will see a green glow appear on the lad's chest. Just shoot it with this gun, and when you shoot the green part of his chest spot on, all you want to do is back away from the death ray and let the green laser do its shit. And when the green laser finishes, it will explode, so stay away from that. And then when the green laser finishes, just go back to death ray, and then just shoot the green part of his chest again until the green shit flies out. Move away from the death ray, let the green laser do its shit, and just keep repeating this process until you see this happen, fellas. You will shoot him in the green chest, and then he will shoot the green laser. But once he's shot that, he will curl up into a ball or start sulking or some shit, and that is when you know you've completed the second step of the boss battle. So now that is the second step done, you're on to the last step. So now head to the water and press square on the nuke to start the last step. And when you press this button, head all the way to the bridge. And what you need to do is kill off all the zombies. While you're doing this, the radioactive thing will start spewing up some green waste onto the beach, and this green waste will slowly make its way up the beach. So if you need a max ammo, go get it early before the green shit reaches the full reload. So the best thing to do is sit back here and kill the zombies, try and shoot down the green mutated things that spawn, and this step will take about a minute to do until the green waste reaches you. And when it reaches you, kill off the last of the enemies, and now lasers will spawn, and you only have around 7 seconds to make it to the water and press square on the nuke. So you need to dodge the lasers, and the lasers can kill you fellas, so be pretty careful. And the route I take is the safest, and boom, you will reach the nuke, and you will teleport inside the radioactive thing. And yes fellas, it's time to get your piece of paper out that you wrote the nuclear codes on earlier in the game. So you will get about 4 attempts at this until it will kick you out the belly. So if you fail, don't worry fellas, I failed it the first time, and as you can see, it teleported me back onto the beach. And all you do now is repeat that last step again. Press square on the nuke to start the last step, and now head back to the bridge, kill off the enemies, get a max ammo as well, wait until the green waste reaches you, and then the lasers will spawn. Again, I took the same route to the nuke, and this is when I completed it fellas, and inputting the codes is quite a bitch innit. Like for example, if you needed the number 7, you almost need to press square on number 8 for it to work. It almost has a little delay, so just remember that fellas. But anyway, the code in my game was 61742, and when I put the code in correctly, God, I went fucking mental. And boom, you've done it fellas, it will show you the cutscene and you will get the trophy. Here is the cutscene fellas, thank you so much for watching, please subscribe to Just Gaming fellas. And before I show you the cutscene, here is a tip for another achievement. And when you complete the Easter egg, head to the motel, press square on this book here, this will play a recording, listen to the recording, press square again, keep repeating this process, it will play about 10 recordings, and then eventually you will get the Dear Diary achievement, which you can only get after doing the Easter egg. So cheers fellas, all the best.
Anybody want shellfish for dinner?
I'm pretty sure I'm never eating shellfish again. Ever.
Ugh, you and me both.
I am really feeling the need to get out of this place, time period, whatever you want to call it. Maybe off to somewhere with a little more color.
Ready when you are, my friend.
Ugh! Oh, this is so nasty. Oh, oh, oh.
Oh, shit. If you guys thought the zombies were bad.
What is it? Some kind of big...
Shut up, AJ!
What? What did I say?
To be continued.
Those that seek to collect are going to be none too pleased with this performance.